Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be attempting a strip lash set, which I've never done a strip lash set, but I'm super excited about it. I'm going to be trying it on my daughter because I love her and she's amazing and she lets me try all the different things on her, and she loves the drama, so I thought this would be a perfect set for her. I think what I'll do to keep the video moving along is I'm just going to kind of show you guys certain pieces of it and then do a voiceover, but try to get a little bit of the process and let you get a little bit of the thought process. I did want to explain that I'm going to be using information that I learned from Artistry Lash. You know, that's my boo thing. As in their volume course on how to do a strip lash set. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be putting my spikes on the very top layer so that they can be, they can really bring the length and the drama. Also, I am going to be using the layering method, so I'm going to work on her bottom layer first using shorter lashes, 2mm shorter lashes, and then on the top layer, like I said, I'm going to be putting the spikes, but I'm also going to be putting 2mm longer lengths even in the fan. So that's really going to give her that deep dark look, but still going to give her the wispy set. Fans, I will be using some pomades from my boo things Artistry Lash. I will be using some 3D as well as 4D and 5D, of course adjusting per the strength of each natural lash. I am going to be using millimeters 7 through 15 for the fans, and for my spikes I'm going to be using, I believe, and then for my spikes, I'll be using pre-mades from Elan Beaute. I'll also be using the Lost Artistry Lash Invisibond, which is a clear adhesive. And I'm also going to be using this beautiful lash fan from Flowrish Lashes. Look at this thing. Is this thing not absolutely gorgeous? It does have 3 settings. I will be coming out with a review on this one soon because this thing is beautiful. Okay, so here is the lash map that I'm going to be using here. I kind of did it backwards, but hopefully I'll remember. So I'm going to be doing a squirrel eye on her. So 15 is where her eye emphasis is going to be, right where she has the most space between her lash line and her brow. There's my little dot here. So I'm going to do 15 descending order over here and then over here so that I give her that cat eye but without drooping her eye down. I'm actually going to do the squirrel, so I dropped to 13, 12, and 11. That's what my fans are going to be. As far as my spikes are going to be these pink numbers. So it's going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then I'm going to drop to 14 and 12. You can't really see it. I thought about it afterwards, but this is what it's going to be. So here's the final look. Not bad, not bad. I know. There's a couple things right off the bat I know that I could definitely improve upon. I did think it would be pretty cool to hop on here really quick and run through them before I ended this video, and definitely leave your constructive criticism down below because I do feel like sharing is caring, and I would love to hear your tips and tricks to kind of help me get better at this and improve this each time I attempt it. So number one, the first thing I would do is definitely give myself more time, which I should have anyways. I'm already a pretty slow lash artist, but looking at this set, I can tell that I really needed to go with almost 100% coverage. I just really didn't plan the time. This already took me 4 hours, but if I would have had maybe a good another hour, I think this would have came out a lot fuller and I would have liked the result a lot better. Number two, probably this should be number one. I really needed to plan this set better. I really needed to think about the spikes and what their job is and how I want them to flow. And really, I really should have planned this set in layers. I should have planned, you know, that first or that top layer, which is what I see when I'm looking down, but really should have planned that out a little bit better as far as how my spikes are going to look, where my spikes should go, the build up to the spikes. I could just really tell that there wasn't enough planning in this set, and as soon as I got in and actually started working on her eyes, I could tell that I wasn't as prepared for it as I should have been. So definitely more planning on my part, and that should have been number one. Number three, really I should have lashed, especially when I was placing the spikes, I should have placed a spike in the same place on each eye simultaneously. So I should have put the first spike on the right eye, the first spike in the exact same place on the left eye, and I should have done that versus doing all the spikes on one eye and then going and doing all the spikes on the other eye, because my placement is terribly off. And I think the reason why is because I wanted to make sure I was using strong lashes to make sure that's what I attach those spikes to, because they're a little bit heavier. But I really should have done both eyes simultaneously when placing the spikes. I think I would have got better uniformity. It would have been a little bit more cohesive, and I think it would have just been a little bit more easier. I don't think it was a bad thing that I was adjusting the spikes, because as I was placing the spikes, I realized that what I had on my map wasn't going to necessarily play out correctly on her lashes, so I was kind of adjusting as I was placing them, which that's the whole point of this. This is all about art, right? So I love the fact that I'm now confident enough to start switching things up in the set. But with this particular set being already out of my comfort zone and already kind of testing my skill set, doing it simultaneously, even though I was making adjustments, would have helped me make sure that even after the adjustments, the set was looking cohesive. So really, I should have done the spikes each, I should have done that all at the same time. And I think one of the last things that I would say on this is I really think that I should have had more spikes. So I think I should have had a base spike, and then almost beside the spike, maybe have a spike on this side, a spike on that side, the lashes right beside it, and maybe have them a little bit shorter, but still gradually working up. My spikes just look very spiky. Like, they don't look solid. They look like at any point in time the wind could blow the spikes over. I don't like that. I think the spikes should have a lot more presence and should be a lot more solid. And I feel like if maybe I would have treated 4 lashes as my spikes versus using just one, I would have got the impression that I really wanted. And I'm not talking about putting 4 natural lashes together for one spike. I'm saying, like, here's my longest spike, and then right beside that maybe have a spike that's a little bit shorter, and then a little bit shorter, so that my spike would have almost been a peak or a valley versus literally just being a spike. My spikes just don't look substantial, and I think maybe having some spikes beside it to help lift it up and hold it would have really came in handy here. So those are the things that, just looking at this set right now off the bat, are some things that I would approve upon. So overall, I'm really impressed with the set. It came out way better than I expected. Of course, it didn't translate, but I really like the fact that I now have something that I can look at, I can critique, and I can grow upon, versus me not knowing because I've never done it. So if you've ever tried this set before, definitely comment down below. Let me know your tips and your tricks, what went wrong, what went right. I would love your feedback, and let me know if you like these type of videos, because I'm going to be trying all kinds of stuff. Why not record it, hop on here, show you guys, and talk through it, and hopefully maybe we can all be sharing some tips and tricks, and we can all grow together. So I hope this information helps someone else out there. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer. And if you're liking what you see, hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.